Big Black coming back with Soul deck profile this time. Red, blue, straight up. Alright, Soul Clear Ruler. Costs 1 red, 1 blue, 1 colorless to Judgment. You get your Energized, and you start with 2 mana, which you can pay for Ancient Magics as if they were extra stones. When he flips over, he gets 5 mana automatically, and he'll get another 5 if you discard Akiot. And he also retains his ability to use the red-blue counters, well, the counters as red or blue for Ancient Magics. So that's Ruler and Stone List. 2 mono red because I had 2 extra spaces, and because it's red-blue, 4 Hearth Core, and because it's Soul, 4 Vaporization. Vaporization, you can tap it plus any of your other stones to put a magic counter on Soul. Very useful. Stacked dozens upon dozens of counters. Won me games. Alright, deck list info. Now, mine doesn't look like anything like it probably should because I'm missing a few cards, and I'm also supposed to be taking 2 of these out, which I'll tell you at the end. So, starting off with 1 Laevateinn to give Soul Swiftness, and the off chance I actually need to give him Imperishable for the extra push for game. 1 Horn to get everything cycled back into the deck, because I play Rukh Eggs and Guinevere's, because I don't have copies of Ancient Knowledge right now. They're coming in the mail. And getting into Giant Blues, 3 Charlotte, because she's probably one of the most single annoying cards in the game right now because of her barrier ability. She has barrier equal for anything with a number equal to or less of the amount of cards in your hand. So if you have 7 cards in hand, unless the card costs 8 to play, it's not touching her. She gains 2/2 for each card in your hand, and when she enters board, you draw a card to replace it. Pretty gross. The MVP of the deck, slash usually how we win. 3 Captain Hook. I'd probably be playing 1 more, but I can't find my 4th copy. When he enters board, you can either bounce 2 Resonators or you stack 2 stones back to their owner's top deck. Disgusting. Most people, as soon as you drop them, just pick up their shit. Alright, this is the card I was talking about that's coming out. I was testing it in, and it's just bad so far. So, Titania was only in here because I don't have anything to give my entire board Swiftness, so I figured I'd tap down my whole board after Rising the Depths and then drop her for 1 extra. But so far it's just come up that if I'm not flipping before I'd have extra to give her, then it's not even good, so it's going to be taken out. Probably cut down to just a 40 card deck. I believe it's 42 right now. If not, it'll be switched. 4 Summon from Memoria, because consistency, plus it's a 1-drop blue. Search, well, not search, you dig your deck for 3 cards, add 1 to hand, and then stack the other 2 on the bottom. Need to search out our win piece, Rising Depths, and 2 Bear Magic. Self-explanatory, turn it into a bear. They get 2 casts each because of Remnant, and it's one of like the only way we have really to stop the Grubless, the infinite combo. And then the winning piece, the 3 Rising from the Depths. The main combo is flip Soul, discard Akiot, play Depths for the 5 plus 5 counters from Akiot for the full 10, and then you drop usually Captain Hook, Charlotte, and 1 other depending on how many stones they have. If they have 4 or more stones, drop double Captain Hook if you have it. If not, drop a dragon, whatever. But that's how you win cards. Soul plus 2 to 3 other Resonators usually equals them insta-scooping. More search power, so we can dig out whatever we need when we need it that's an Ancient Magic, because this search is for Ancient Magic. Rune of Sol. It also has quick cast, so we can just drop it at the end or beginning of a turn. Search out whatever we need. And for the cringy combo that's been around since like the dawn of since I played, for Rukh Egg, for Guinevere. When Rukh Egg hits grave from board, you search for a red Resonator from deck, add it to hand. Gwen, you can tap to banish you can tap and banish Resonator, so you could get rid of Rukh Egg 9 times out of 10 to discard a card after drawing 2 cards, which means you're going for no negative, no plus, just straight even if you're using Rukh Egg. Dig deep, don't have ancient knowledge, needed the engine. This deck will be changing up for probably less of these for ancient knowledge. And another main piece, because otherwise we can't get the 10 counters, the 3 Akiot also can be used for accumulating counters if you've bricked, since it can bounce itself repeatedly. When you drop a chant, you can choose to bounce it or not, but when he drops, you add a counter to Soul. Stack some counters, get a quick poke in, and if they try to block it so that you don't get your Akiot, you just activate a Bear Magic or an Ancient Heartfelt Fire, and then you bounce them right out. Two Twin-Headed Dragon, probably the best art card in the game at the moment. Also one of the best effects. For when it's dropped, you can use its awakening cost as if it were an ancient magic, so we can pay with Soul's counters. So for 4 plus 2 counters, I can rest 2 cards for his blue. They won't recover during my opponent's recovery, and then I can use the red as well to burn something for 1,000, thus essentially eliminating 3 with 1 card, at least for a turn. 1 permanent. Plus it's got flying, we need to block all those griffins and shit that are going to be coming at us. For Ancient Heartfelt Fire. 9 times out of 10 people will argue that you should probably use this to do nothing but stack stones. I argue that you use it to kill whatever's in your way at the time, because black-green is the most prevalent. Time it the right way, they won't be able to get off their fox if they're not smart. If they are smart, you'll just be using them for counters. But you can also use them for the obvious kill off the mana, dorks, etc. Feasting with its combos, kill off some tokens before they get their spirit run of the spirit lady, spirit or whatever it's called. And burn to Cinders, because again, black-green is like this deck's most hated enemy. So when this kills off something, if it's a ruler, it strips it of its imperishable, thus, you know, perma-killing it. And if it's not a ruler, it just gets removed from the game as opposed to dying. So Red Riding Hood gets removed so they don't get their stone. Alice's Little Soldier gets removed so they don't get their draw. Monkey Trapped in Life gets removed so they don't get their infinite monkey. Just really good card in general. You don't want things touching the graveyard, especially in specifically the black-green discard deck where they have the Rooster. Make you discard like your whole hand by turn 3. Just don't want that happening. Just get rid of it. Avoid it. And last but not least, World Flame Summoning. Honestly, pretty broken card in my opinion, because you get to choose any 2 of its effects. You can either have your opponent banish a special magic stone, deal 800 damage to them, deal 800 damage to their board, or 1500 to a J-Ruler. Being that you can choose any 2 effects instead of just 1, it's pretty gross. You can burn down a whole board, kill a ruler, and then swing for infinite amount of damage. Just solving like almost any problem in the game with 1 card. And that was Soul deck profile. If you want sideboards, again, like, comment, subscribe, drop a comment down below. Shion's Night, it's out.